But if you listen to the wrong side of that brain, it will tip you over. Like, okay, this is it. It's about to take me out. But I still kept getting up. And I looked at those prices. I was like, bro, I don't know if this is possible. Just kind of tapped me on the shoulder and was like, this is what we're doing. And it was like, this is what we're doing? This is what we're doing. And then I think even halfway through it, I was like, are you sure?
Thank you for sitting down with us.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So before we get into everything, let the people know who you are, what you do. Brief little introduction.
Okay. My name is Kahana. I go by KK. I am the owner and founder and operator of the Good Spirit Cafe here in Alexandria, Virginia, where we encourage you to take care of yourself from the top of your crown to the bottom of your feet, internally, externally, your mind, body, spirit, and your joy.
Calling the good energy in. Right to everything. I love it.
Come on, good energy.
So, what now in this season in your life are you building brick by brick?
A foundation to be able to thrive, for my sovereignty, for community, and also rebuilding myself. I've been through a lot of transitions over the last couple of years. I've had to take a lot of L's, a lot of lessons. So I'm redefining who I am, what my purpose is, what I'm here for. I'm taking ownership of that. I'm not letting anybody tell me what I'm supposed to be doing. And then also rebuilding community. I feel like this is a time where we need each other. All across the diaspora, Black people, we need each other. We're going through the same thing all over the planet. It may not look exactly the same, but we struggling with the same thing. Yeah. So I'm building community for this Eisenhower corridor community. I want people to have a third space. I want us to have a place that feels like home when you come in here. And then also a place for us to collaborate, a place for us to be creative, a place for us to organize. And then also a hub for wellness and a hub for different business owners in this area. So I can know who you are when I see you at the Wegmans. when I see you in traffic, when I pull up on you, I say, yeah, I know that dude. That dude does podcasts. I've been meaning to call you, sir. Like that type of deal. Yeah.
If I watched you on a random Tuesday, what would I actually see you doing?
On a Tuesday? Well, yeah. Tuesday's my day off, so you're going to get hair washing, laundry, a little bit of reading, a little bit of studying. I might get a full meal in, but probably a lot of planning. I'm planning out my week. I'm planning out, what I'm doing here at the cafe, planning on what I need to do for myself in order to be my whole self and bring be my authentic, happy, joyous, considerate self into this space so I can help serve the community.
What's the cafe day-to-day look like and kind of the lifestyle and community going on here?
You can come in here, you'll find people working. Every chair is usually filled. You find people, meetups, friend meetups, business meetings, people coming in, pitching different events, wanting to host something here, wanting to volunteer here, which I never expected. And you'll get me and my team here, planning how the week is going to look, what activities we have coming up, what changes are coming to the menu. I mean, it's full operation mode on Wednesday. So a lot of times I am learning to delegate certain tasks, learning to trust people, to handle certain things that I need done around here that I cannot do for myself. So yeah, it's a lot of planning, and I mean it's usually very busy in here. When you come in here, you'll smell the incense burning, you'll hear the music going, you'll hear some blenders and some juicers. But hopefully you find a lot of happy people. A lot of people who come in here to get their relaxation on. A lot of times I'll see people, they come in here, they're by themselves, and I can physically see the exhale. I I see the shoulders drop, I see the head back, you know what I mean? And them just kind of digressing through their day mentally. So I'm happy to be a part of that.
That's like it. From the outside, what do people think your success looks like?
I don't know. I think people think it's easy. Um, I know a lot of people think that I had like some big master plan, like I'm gonna build a cafe, and it was not that. It was literally spirit driven. I was going through my own transition at the time, and so spirit just kind of tapped me on the shoulder and was like, "This is what we're doing." And it was like, "This is what we're doing." This is what we're doing. And then I think even halfway through it, I was like, "Are you sure? Are you sure this is what we're doing? This is what we're doing." And so it was like that. It was a lot of it was me maneuvering and going through this entire process of building this space like Ray Charles, like with the blinders on, not knowing where the funds was going to come from, not knowing where the people was going to come from, but just holding fast to my vision, and what I knew that this space needed to be, and not worrying about anything else, and just kind of just kept going, just kept pushing through, and it came together eventually. Yeah, it definitely did. So yeah.
I feel like you tapped into my question list right now. So what's a moment in the last 1 to 2 years where you seriously thought about quitting? I want you to walk me into that day. What happened?
When I thought about quitting, it probably for in the last year, I would say probably 2 times during the build process. You know, this is a cafe. So the equipment is expensive, super expensive, way more than I thought. And I think there was a time when I realized that commercial equipment is different than home equipment, right? So, you know, while I was building this out, I'm like, yeah, you're gonna need a refrigerator, a couple blenders, a couple juicers, and I'm writing out my price list. And I sent it to the permit office, the health department. And he said, "Mrs. Sams, these are all residential pieces of equipment. You need commercial equipment." I was like, "Commercial? Like a commercial blender? Those are a thing?" I had no idea. I thought it was just a Vitamix. Like I had no idea. So when I went online and looked at those prices, I was like, "Bro, I don't know if this is possible." I questioned myself a lot that day. Like, I don't know where, you know, I mean, it's significantly higher, at least probably like 150% higher than a residential blender, right? Very expensive. So it wasn't like it was small change. So that was one time. The second time I think was probably I was intending to open this space around September 1st. There was delays in the permit office. And so I actually didn't get to open until Thanksgiving week. It was a couple of days, I think, before Thanksgiving. And I remember sitting in here and it was dead silence. Like you could hear a pin drop, you could hear the crickets in the corner, you could hear it all. And I was just like, how am I going to get people in here? You would think that being here on Eisenhower Avenue, that it would just be natural. And so, and it is now when the weather's nice, right? But when it's cold outside, people are not outside. So for months, I was in this space and people had no idea I was here. And so I questioned myself a lot during that time period, during the winter months, like, how am I going to get people in here? How do I know they want to be here? How do I know that this space is needed? And then, you know, you just kind of go down a rabbit hole of what if, did I do this right? Did I do this right? Should I have done this? It made me question a lot of the vision that I had for this space. It made me really kind of dig in and really ask myself, like, are you a quitter? You done? Because nobody knows who you are. And so I think in my mind, when I went home, I was like, I'm done. Forget this. Like, you know what I mean? It's easy. But the next day I got out of bed and I came back and I did it. And I did that all winter long, even during that snowstorm where the ice was sticking around for weeks. I was here every day, waiting for some people to knock on the door. And eventually people start to come in and recognize that I'm here. But I think it was just one of those tests to see how much of this do you really have in you? How much can you push yourself to keep going when you're not really sure of the outcome? How much of a badass are you really that you're gonna step out on faith and do what you feel like you're called to do? Like, let's test that theory.
Where did you feel it in your body in a lot of those?
Oh, in my chest. You know what I mean? In my chest and in my gut. I mean, everybody knows that you hold, well, not everybody, but you hold your emotions in your gut and in your hip. So usually when people start to feel nervous or afraid, the first thing that happens is that heartbeat gets to going, then your stomach hurts, and it's like, ugh, like, I don't know, like, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's where and then probably in my head, like, yeah.
Definitely understand.
Yeah.
What part of your mental health surprised you the most about doing this?
Oh man. My endurance. You know what I mean? I've been through a couple of life lessons that you really feel like okay, this is it. It's about to take me out. But I guess it was just for this in particularly, it's like it's as much as I was frustrated, as much as I was telling myself, like, I'm not doing this, I'm quitting, this is not gonna work. But I still kept getting up. And I did not, what I realized in this process is that your mind will play tricks on you. You know what I mean? Your mind will make you feel like something can't be done, something can't be accomplished. When you know it in your gut, that's where you need to be listening to. It's that gut. It's not your mind. Don't let your mind think for you. That's what I would say, because it will talk you out of a good thing.
And the reason will make a lot of sense too.
You know what I'm saying? It will,
lies.
Yes, it will talk you out of a good thing. It will play tricks on you. It basically reacts to the feelings that's in your body and it's gonna spit out. You're scared. This isn't gonna work. Like, let's go in flight mode. And so that was the one thing that I learned on this process is to shut my mind off. Don't worry about all of that. Just keep going, keep pushing forward. So
what do you feel this path of life has done to your mental, good and bad?
It has made me delusional. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Yeah. It's made me delusional because right now I feel like I could do anything. I really do. I feel like I could do anything. But then also, defeat is also something that's very strong. And that's a very strong emotion that I felt during this process. You know what I mean? Defeat, because I have had to sacrifice a lot. I've had to give up a lot. I've had to pivot and switch gears a lot. And so it's again, turning off that mental piece and telling yourself you're not defeated. This is not a denial. This is a redirection. This is just a redirection that this is not the way. This is the way. And so being able to decipher in those moments is what's kind of helped me on. But I mean, I feel, I feel both ends of that spectrum. I feel that defeatness and like the woe is me. And then I also felt that high on top of the world. Like, I can do this. I can do anything. Like nobody can touch me right now. Like I really can do it. So for my mental health, I definitely think that it is, it's a lot stronger than it was. It's giving me confidence. It's giving me that delusion to stay the course of my vision. But if you listen to the wrong side of that brain, it will tip you over.
And I can't think of a better word for it than it does feel like, yeah, you go into that delusion because you have to.
You have to.
Because like,
You have to, yeah. Because if you start asking other people, like, don't bring other people into it. You start asking other people, they're like, oh my God, this is 5,000, this is 10,000 permits, equipment. Like, they will take you and you just be like, you'll feel like somebody's just dropping books on top of you. And you're just like, oh my God. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
you got to see the vision. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta be your own. You have to be your own visionary. You really have to be a visionary in order to be an entrepreneur. You have to be able to see it and just find a path that'll get you to where you want to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's one cost nobody warned you about that you wish you had known before?
One cost. You know, this may sound silly, but I didn't realize as an entrepreneur, I really don't get no days off. Like, I didn't know that. I really didn't. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, the shop's closed. I'm going home, make myself a dinner. I'm going to talk on the phone. It's none of that. When I leave here, I go home to work. When I'm here, I'm working. I have no time for myself right now. I know it's probably not going to always be like that, but that's one thing I was not prepared for. I wasn't prepared for, I mean, like, I knew it was going to be hard. I knew there was going to be sacrifices. But I guess it's just certain sacrifices I didn't realize that I have to make. There was somebody else I was talking to, and I tell people all the time, nobody knows that I've been eating eggs and bacon for like breakfast, lunch, and dinner for like the last 6 to 9 months. And it's not just because of the cheap meal, it's 5-minute meal. Like,
I know, but
I don't have time. Yeah, and I know I'm going to eat it. I don't have time for all this chopping and dicing and sauteing. I used to. Anybody used to come to my house, they used to get a nice meal, you know what I mean, with the nice plates and silverware. I'm going to set the mood, all of that. No, you're not getting any of that now. You're not getting any of that. You better eat before you come.
Sometimes my wife and I look up, it's like 9 o'clock. We're like, we need to eat.
We need to eat, yeah. You don't even realize it.
Yeah.
You don't even realize, like, what's fast?
Yeah,
fast?
I took all the pressure and the guilt off of that.
Yeah. I didn't realize how much my time was going to be limited. No time. There's no time because there's a million things to be doing. And then the guilt. I didn't realize how much guilt I was going to be feeling when I'm just sitting trying to just relax. When I'm like, oh my God, I know I have so much stuff to do. I have menu work, I have website work, I have inventory, I got payroll, I have bills, I have my own personal bills, and I'm sitting here doing anything. And I just feel like that immense pressure of like guilt, like, girl, you know you got stuff to do. Like, you got 10 minutes to decompress all of this. And then it's time to keep going, so.
What keeps you from folding when it gets like that now?
Oh,
is it a person, a ritual, a belief, or a rule that you have made?
It's probably it's definitely the people that walk through here. I've met some of the most beautiful people, the most beautiful spirits since I've opened this space. People who are very giving, very encouraging. When people come and tell me, you know, you're doing good community work, we need this space, we're so happy this space is here. That's one of the things that really keeps me going. Knowing that something is useful and I'm able to see the fruits of my labor through other people's joy, that definitely keeps me going. Also, you know, my son, I want to be able not just to leave him something behind, but to show him in the physical, it can be mapped out. And you can live how you want to live if you map it out correctly. And so he's watched me through this process. He done watched the good, the bad, the ugly, the happy, the tears, the anger. He's seen it all. But he's also seen this literally come from the ground up. So, yeah. And then I would say a ritual, but it's really not a ritual. Like, it's just a bath when I can... when I can get it in. Feel like, all right, I need to really take some time for myself before this thing go up in smoke. So, yeah.
Got some day spa recommendations for you.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to take just at least a couple hours.
Sometimes it's a must. It becomes a requirement when your body's like, nope, we're not doing anything else. We're not thinking, we're not moving, we're not doing anything else until you take care of us.
That was my hack with the guilt of it. Yeah, because it's like I had to realize it has to be a part of it.
It has to be a part of it.
It has to almost be scheduled.
You got to put yourself on the schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then you can keep running at
Then you
a
can
certain
keep going.
capacity.
Then you can keep going. Yeah.
What did you stop doing to protect your peace?
What did I stop doing to protect my peace? Oh gosh. I guess one of my biggest for years, my biggest, I guess, boundary is not dealing with the public. And now that's all I deal with is the public. But that was one of the ways that guess that's something I stopped doing for my peace is who I limited, I guess in other words, limited access to who had access to me. Now, a lot of people have access to me. And so that's something I'm still maneuvering. I'm a water sign, I'm a Pisces. So I suck up energy and that's why I have to make time for myself in order to be like, okay, are these your feelings? These somebody else's feelings, somebody else's energy? Get that out of here. So that's.
What's a lie you had to retire about success?
Oh God. A lie that I had to retire is that success equals money, because it does not. Success does not always equal money. Sometimes success equals operating in your purpose. Sometimes success is transmuted onto other people and allow them to be able to do what they need to do in order to be able to maneuver through this. I think that a lot of people always, we always associate success with revenue or profit or, what I can buy, where I can go. But I think success really is just fulfillment. I feel like, whether or not you take care of children, you operate a cafe, or you're like a scientist working on whatever makes you feel like this is what I'm supposed to be doing, then I think you've reached success. Yeah.
If I gave you a scoreboard that wasn't money or followers, what would you actually track to know that you're winning?
The impact that I have on people when they come into this space. When people come in here and they're happy with the vibe, the energy, the information they may get, the connections that they may get, the food that they may eat, anything that they consume, if I'm able to have a positive impact on that, then I would give myself a point on the board. I'm a hostess by nature. I make people feel comfortable, and now I just charge for it. So come get some of this good energy. It's not free, but but it's here if you need it.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Hey, ain't nothing but a cup.
That part.
There's someone watching this who's in that same I might quit season we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
I want you to look at them for a second and tell them something that you wish someone had told you.
Oh, man. I know people are going to say, don't give up. Don't give up. But I'm going to say, be your own visionary. Be your own visionary. You know what you see. You know what you're trying to create. And that's what really matters. And definitely keep going. And definitely, whatever brings out your most authentic self and being able to lean into your natural abilities, that's key. That's key because it is pivotal, especially as an entrepreneur. It's pivotal. It's definitely a major key to being able to be authentically who you are, because then it doesn't feel like work. It doesn't feel like it's a job. It feels like you are operating in your purpose. And that's what I would say.
Love it. All right, to close this out, I want you to finish this sentence, however short or long you want to.
Okay.
You're not behind. You are
right on time, baby. You ain't never behind. Because who is the determinator? Who's keeping score? It's never too late. I don't care if you're 20, 50, or 90. It's never too late. You know, nobody's clock but your own. And time is man-made. It's not even real. So what happens is you operate on your developmental cycle, how developed you are, how prepared you are for whatever that moment is. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Oh, good. Yeah, thank you.
Was that good?
Appreciate you, Kahana. Yes, this is really good. Yes.